In this video, we're going to look at grading submitted and turned in assignments in Google Classroom. Hi, I'm Rachel Shell, Tech Coordinator at Archbold Education Service Cooperative, and we are going to look at how we grade assignments that have been submitted or turned in. These are usually images or assignments that were completed in Google Docs or Google Slides, and so we're going to walk through the process of how we can manually grade these assignments and return them to our students. One note before we begin, I'm going to refer to quite a bit of information from a previous video called Setting Up Assignments in Google Classroom. You can find that on YouTube under my channel, or you can look for it under the units in our Facebook group. Okay, let's begin. So now we're in Google Classroom where I am a teacher at this time, and we are going to look at how to quickly leave feedback and grade attached assignments and turned in assignments. And so if you have watched the video on setting up assignments in Google, you're going to see the assignments that we talk about there. This is the attached assignment where a student submitted an image, and this is a turned in assignment where a student turned in the Google Doc. Now, turned in assignments are Google Docs and Google Slides. Attached assignments or anything else that you would ask a student to actually attach and turn in. So let's start here with attached assignments. I'm going to just click on any of these numbers to go into the grading dashboard. And here is my assignment that my student submitted. So I'm going to click on this. And this is just in a PDF that the student left. And so I want to leave feedback on this. Now, this works for PDFs or images and is a great tool that you can use for leaving feedback. You're going to notice at the top there is add a comment. So if I click on the comment, I can highlight a part of this image or PDF, and I can leave feedback here for the student. And then I click comment, and now when I return this back to the student, they will be able to come in and actually see the feedback that I'm leaving on their image or the PDF that they submitted. Now let's go take a look and see how we can leave feedback on Google Docs and images. So I'm just going to close this tab, and I'm going to go back to the classwork, and I'm going to go to a turned in assignment. And I'm going to click on the number again, and here is where user 1 has submitted an assignment to me. So what I want to do here is just highlight or click on a word or an image or anything that is in this Google Doc. This is a Google Doc they submitted. You just want to highlight something in the Google Doc and click comment. Now, if I do not have anything highlighted, that little comment feature is grayed out. So you do need to make sure that you highlight something, you click, and then you can leave a comment. Now, one of the things that I want to show you is I love using the comment bank. And here is my comment bank with some of the comments that I've already set up. So here's how you can use the comment bank, and this can be used with turned in assignments or attached assignments. Anything you're leaving a comment on, you can use your comment bank for. So here is how to set that up. This first button at the top is grading mode, so I am able to go in and grade. Underneath there is your comment bank. So here are all of the comments that I have saved. And so to add a new one, you just click add to bank. And one of my favorite things is if you are manually grading an assignment or a quiz and you are wanting to leave them the right answer or feedback around specifics, then what you can do is just type in, I like using quiz, whatever the title is. I'm just saying my quiz is 1.3. I want to go to a new line. If I click enter, it's going to close this. So I'm going to hold down the shift key and click enter. And then I'm going to say Q3, question 3, and then I can put in the right answer. Or I can just type in the feedback for that specific answer, whatever you want to leave. But if you're looking to leave specific feedback based on a certain question, then this is the way to do it. You want to use the name of the quiz here because when we click add, it's added to our quiz bank. And let me clean this up a little bit. I messed that up. I'm going to click edit and put the name of the quiz above that. You want to put the name of the quiz in here because you're going to have everything that you've left as a comment in here. So you're going to need to know, if you just put Q3, you're not going to know if that's for quiz 1, 2, 3, or what. So make sure you put that in there. Now, when you do need to clean up your quiz bank, your comment bank, when you've got too many, you just click the 3 dots and click delete, and that will make those take those comments out of your bank. Okay, so once you have your bank set up, you can see that I've been adding to mine over time. You're going to go back and click on grading. A lot of people forget to go back and click that button to go back into grading mode, and they get stuck. So make sure you go back and click that button. And now we're going to leave a comment here. So I'm going to highlight this, click the comment button at the top. Sometimes it appears over here on the side, but it's always at the top. And then to pull from my comment bank, you're going to hold down Shift and press 3 to get your hashtag. And you're going to see there is a list of some of your comments from the bank. But if you start typing, then it will bring up all of the comments that fit that. So if you want to do quiz 1.3, then you can see here's all the quiz 1.3 feedback information. Click the one you want, click comment. And that is a very quick way to go in and leave feedback to your students. I'm going to go in underneath this and even leave a great job comment, and that's done. So that's a really quick way to get through grading, especially when you have a lot of things to grade, and leave that feedback very quickly. If you're doing grading of editing or written work, then you can do the same thing. Add into the comment bank some of the common grammar mistakes you're seeing, some of the common misspellings, or just if you want to say misspelled word, you can highlight that and then pull from your comment bank that comment, and it just saves you from having to type that over and over and over again. Now, one thing that I also want to point out to you, in all of the assignments that I've shown you, everything is located here in Google. So this is the dashboard. To get to this dashboard, again, you just simply click on the numbers that appear, turned in, assigned, or returned, and it takes you to the grading dashboard, and it's going to show you all of your student work. And then to see this assignment or whatever they've turned in a little bit more in detail, you click on it and it opens in a new window. Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is you do not have to go into your Google Drive and sort through all the different copies you're going to have and things like that. In this assignment, where students are getting their own copy of this Google Doc, it would be a nightmare to try to go in and see and figure out which assignment went with which student. Don't spend your time doing that. It's just stored in Google Drive so that it has a place to be stored. Use your grading dashboard to go in and find the information, because it will pull it up right here, and you can go in and edit and do anything you want to their assignment, and actually let you see their assignment. So assignments like this, where I made a copy, I can actually go in and see the student working as they are doing their assignment. So you can actually check up on them as they're working through things, and you can see their progress. So now what I want to do is I want to switch over and walk through my process for grading assignments. And I'm going to start at the very beginning here in the Google Classroom, and I'm going to go through grading assignments. I'm going to do the turned in assignment because I have one that's been turned in and I haven't graded it yet. So I break this down into 5 steps, and I try to do this pretty quickly because, it's grading can be very time consuming. So I put together this process that'll help you get through it a little bit faster. So here is how it works. Start by going to your grading dashboard, and we're going to start grading from here. So we have our student work in kind of the middle area, and then over on the left we have all of the list of students. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the assignment that I am grading, and I am going to go in and leave my comments, okay, which I've already done. I'll go ahead and leave another comment. And I've already set up my question bank, so that makes this really easy. Okay, so I go in, I leave my comments and all of that. Then what I do is I type in the grade that the student receives, whatever that grade is. And then if I need to leave a private comment only for that student, just kind of an overall comment, I can type that in here. But if there is not something specific I need to say to this student, I'm going to leave this blank now, and I am going to leave everything else like we see it here. So then I'm going to come up here to this gray bar, and I'm going to click status, and it will sort all of the students who have turned things in that need to be graded to the top, and then I will use this arrow and I will jump to the next student's work, and I will do the same thing. I will leave comments, and I will just type in the grade, and then if I have something very specific to say to that student, I will type it here. If not, I will just go click the next arrow and go to the next student. So I'm going to keep doing that until I have all of the students graded. So I'm going to return to the tab on the left to the grading dashboard for this assignment. And you're going to see over here on the left that every time I have typed in the grade, it's going to show up, but it says draft. That means that we have not actually submitted this grade yet to the gradebook, and we have not submitted this back to the student. So now that I have everything graded, I'm going to send this back to the students, and I'm going to click Turned In, and it will only check the boxes of the students whose work has been turned in. It will not check the boxes of the students who have not turned anything in. I'm going to click Return, and then here I can leave a comment that will go out to every student. So, great job, you. So if they successfully completed the assignment and I want to tell them they did a great job, then I'm just going to leave that comment in there for everybody, and then I will click return, and it will take just a few minutes because you will have multiple students you're returning the grade to. And then notice that this is no longer a draft. It will turn gray, and that means that you have returned those grades back to the students. Up here, you can see we have 0 turned in, 0 assigned, and it will have the final number of all of the graded work. One other place you can go to check everything is go back to your course, go to grades, and then you will see all the grades that have been turned into your students. So that's a really simple process that I use. So to review that process one more time, I go in and I leave comments and review the work. I type in just the number grade. I only leave a private comment if I have something specific to say to the student. I change this to status so that it sorts all of the students by who has turned it in. I use these arrows to go to the next student, and I complete this process. And then when I'm done, I come back to here and I check turned in, and I return the grades all at once, and I leave a comment to all students if I want to give them all one comment. So I hope you find this really helpful, and I hope it allows you to save some time as you are grading your students' assignment.